Good day everyone and welcome to this licensure examination for teachers review for mathematics major, and for today's session we will focus our review on analytic geometry. So again, I am Mr. Ron Alfie S. Huson and I am a mathematics instructor at the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology San Isidro Campus. So what are the objectives of today's session? At the end of this session, the learners should be able to demonstrate understanding and problem-solving skills in analytic geometry. So specifically, these are the objectives. Number 1, apply fundamental concepts of analytic geometry, including the coordinate plane, distance formula, midpoint, and slope. Number 2, formulate and analyze equations of lines in different forms and determine relationships such as parallelism and perpendicularity. And last, solve other let type problems involving analytic geometry. For my references in this video tutorial, here are the books that I have included in my references. So let's start with question number 1. What is the distance between the points -1, 8, and 3, 4? So ito yung ating mga choices. So pagka ganyan, ang gagamitin natin is yung tinatawag natin na distance formula. So again, we are asked to find the distance of -1, 8, and 3, 4. So gagawin natin is we will label x sub 1 and y sub 1, x sub 2 and y sub 2. So we will substitute these values in our formula. D equals the square root of quantity x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus quantity y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. So ang gagawin lang natin is direct substitution of values. So D now will be equal to 3. So yung 3 na to is your x sub 2 minus -1. Kasi ito yung ating x sub 1. So take note, magiging double negatives to kasi nga may minus, tapos yung isa substitute mo ay negative din. And then for our y sub 2, that is equal to 4. Okay, and then yung ating y sub 1 ay 8. Kaya we have 4 minus 1. Okay, so this becomes plus 1. So 3 plus 1, that will be equal to 4 squared. And then 4 minus 8, that's equal to -4. So 4 squared, that's equal to 16. And quantity -4 squared is also 16. So D is equal to the square root of 32. Now when we simplify the square root of 32, factor natin siya into 2 numbers such that yung isang number ay yung highest perfect square factor. So lalaya si 16. So that's equal to 4 square root of 2 units. So therefore, balik tayo dun sa question 1 kanina. So what is the distance between the points -1, 8, and 3, 4? Correct answer natin is letter D, 4 square root of 2. Clear? Let's have example or problem number 2. For problem number 2, the midpoint of a given line segment is 3, -4. If one of the endpoints is at 1/2, -2, find the other endpoint. So here are our choices. So dito iba yung problem kasi ang binibigay dito, ang hinahanap natin dito ay the coordinates of one of the endpoints. Binigay na kagad yung midpoint. So alam natin sa pagkuha ng midpoint, kinukuha lang natin yung average ng mga x coordinates at saka yung average ng mga y coordinates ng dalawang given points. Pero dito iba yung ating problem. Okay, so kung susuriin natin yung problem, binigay yung isang endpoint. We have 1/2, -2. Binigay din yung midpoint, which is 3, -4. And ang hinahanap natin ay yung other midpoint. So let us denote the other midpoint as x sub 2, y sub 2. So of course, yung given natin ay x sub 1, y sub 1. And then ito yung ating x at saka yung ating y. Recall na ang formula for midpoint ay x equals x sub 1 plus x sub 2 all over 2. And for y, we have y sub 1 plus y sub 2 all over 2. So, isa-substitute lang natin itong mga values dito dun sa ating formula. So, we have 3 equals 1/2 plus x sub 2 all over 2. So, pwede nating i-cross multiply ito kasi si 3 may over 1 dito, no? So, 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Tapos, 1/2 plus x sub 2 times 1, that's equal to 1/2 plus x sub 2. So, we have 6 equals 1/2 plus x sub 2. And then, transpose natin si 1/2. We have 6 minus 1/2 equals x sub 2. So, 6 minus 1/2. So, si 6 pwede nating palitan ng 12 over 2. So 12 over 2 minus 1 over 2, that is equal to 11 over 2. So this is our x sub 2. Now solve naman natin yung y gamit yung formula na to. So yung y natin ay negative 4, yung y sub 1 natin ay negative 2. So substitute, we have negative 4 equals negative 2 plus y sub 2 all over 2. And then cross multiply, kasi si negative 4 may over 1 dito. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 4 times 2 rather, that's equal to negative 8, and then 1 times this, so that's equal to negative 2 plus y sub 2. And then transpose negative 2 to the right or to the left side, that will become negative 8 plus 2. Negative 8 plus 2, that's equal to negative 6. So y sub 2 equals negative 6. So I hope clear sa inyo, ito yung ating coordinates nung other endpoint of the line segment. So going back to our question, so ano daw yung coordinates ng other endpoint? So ang answer natin ay letter A, 11 over 2 and negative 6. Question number 3. If 1, 1, 3, 7, and negative 1y lie on the same line, find the value of y. So ito yung ating mga choices. So ano bang concept ng analytic geometry ang gagamitin natin dito if all 3 points lie on the same line? So if your answer is slope, you are correct. Gagamitan natin siya ng slope since all these points lie on the same line or they are collinear. So we have 1, 1, 3, 7, negative 1y. They lie on the same line. So ang hinahanap natin ay y. Since they lie on the same line, we can say that 1, 1 and 3, 7 as well as 3, 7 and negative 1y, they have equal slopes. So ang gagawin natin is kukunin natin yung slope nito, kukunin din natin yung slope nito. And then from the results, magkakaroon tayo ng equality doon sa dalawang computed slopes ng dalawang slopes na to. Okay, so we have the formula for slope, it's m sub 1. So dininote lang natin ito na ito yung m sub 1. So that's equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so substitute lang natin. So ito 7 si y sub 2, and then 1 si y sub 1, 3 si x sub 2, and 1 si x sub 1. So 7 minus 1 is 6, and then 3 minus 1, that's equal to 2. And 6 divided by 2, that's equal to 3. Next, kunin din natin yung slope nung given points na to. Kaya nga lang dito, yung y ay mareretain dun sa ating pinaka-solution. So, ang slope natin, denote natin to as m sub 2. So, ito yung ating y sub 2. So, magiging y, tapos si y sub 1 natin ay 7, kaya naging y minus 7. Then, negative 1, yung ating x sub 2, si x sub 1 ay 3. So, negative 1 minus 3, that's equal to negative 4. Ayan. So, ito yung expression which represents the slope of this pair of points. Ito naman yung slope ng isang point. Since this pair of points have equal slopes, we can say that m sub 1 equals m sub 2. So, gagawin natin is equate natin itong si 3 at saka itong expression na to. We have 3 equals y minus 7 all over negative 4. And then, since si 3 ay may over 1, cross multiply ka, 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. 1 times y minus 7, that's y minus 7. So, solving for y, ang gagawin natin is transpose natin si negative 7 to the left side, magiging negative 12 plus 7. Negative 12 plus 7 is negative 5. So, therefore, y equals negative 5. So, yung sagot natin kanina doon sa ating problem ay y equals negative 5. So, in addition to that, remember na ang slopes or yung steepness of the line can also predict the behavior of your line. So, if meron kang positive slope, the line slants upward to the right. If you have negative slope, the line slants downward to the right. If you have a zero slope, the line is horizontal. And if you have an undefined slope, you have a vertical line. So, dito ang palatandaan natin is yung roller coaster. So, kapag pataas yung roller coaster natin, so medyo maganda sa pakiramdam yun, that's why it's positive. Pag negative or pababa yung ating roller coaster, so medyo may thrill, so that's why it's negative. Pag zero yung ating slope, so horizontal yung path ng ating coaster, so ibig sabihin nun, it's boring type, so walang thrill yun. And then for this one, vertical yung ating path. So, wala namang ganyan na roller coaster, right? Ayan. So, balik tayo dun sa may question natin kanina. So, ang sagot natin dyan is letter D, negative 5. Okay, next, we have question 4. A point divides a line segment from A, negative 3, negative 2, and B, 6, 1 in the ratio 1:3. Find the coordinates of the given point. So, ito ay division of line segment. So, para mas makita natin or maunawaan, let me show you the graph. So, ito yung ating problem. I-graph or ipa-plot natin yung mga points na to in the Cartesian plane. So, ito si A, negative 3, negative 2. And then, yung B natin ay 6, 1. So, this is the line segment. Okay. So, meron daw tayong point. Meron tayong point, no? Inside these 2 points or nandito sa line segment yung point that divides the line segment into the ratio 1:3. So, ang tinatanong is find the coordinates of the point. So, pag visualize natin yung ratio na 1:3, ganito po ang magiging division nung ating line segment. Ibig sabihin, ito yung 1. So, that's one part. And then, ito yung 3 parts kung saan nahati yung ating line segment. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, ang hinahanap natin is this point. Okay. This point, okay, which is represented by XY. Ayan. So, yun yung point na hinahanap natin which divides line segment AB in the ratio 1:3. So, dito, ang R mo is not 1/3. Ang R mo dito will be okay. Ang R mo ay mula dito sa initial point. Usually sa akin, ang initial point ko ay yung left side. Doon ako nagsisimula. Mula dito sa initial point, doon sa may point of division. So, that is your numerator. Tapos, yung denominator ng R ko will be this point up to, okay, doon sa may terminal point, which is my point, yung point B na to. So, this will be 1 all over 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ang ratio ko dito will be 1/4. Kasi this is internal division of line segment. So, recopy lang natin yung ating pinaka-illustration dito sa left side. So, hinahanap natin yon. Okay. So, i-label natin ito as x sub 1, y sub 1, and ito yung x sub 2, y sub 2. So, again, yung ratio natin dito is 1/4 as explained a while ago, no? Ang formula natin for division of line segment ay x equals x sub 1 plus r times quantity x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, isa-substitute mo lang ito. So, yung x sub 1 mo ay yun, negative 3. Yung r mo ay 1/4. Yung x sub 2 mo ay 6. At saka yung x sub 1 mo ay negative 3. So, by substitution, ito siya. And then, simplify natin yung 6 plus 3. That's equal to 9. And then, 9 times 1/4. That's equal to 9/4. So, negative 3 plus 9/4, pwede nating i-change si negative 3 into a fraction. Ang denominator ay 4. So, si negative 3, we can change that to negative 12/4. So, add na natin, okay, x equals negative 3/4. So, for y naman, para makuha natin, ito naman yung ating gagamitin na formula. So, y equals y sub 1 plus r times quantity y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So, sa-substitute lang natin si y sub 2, si y sub 1, at saka si r in our formula. We have y equals negative 2 plus 1/4 times quantity 1 plus 2. So, 1 plus 2, that's equal to 3. 3 times 1/4, that's equal to 3/4. Si negative 2, change din natin into a fraction whose denominator is 4. So, we can change that into negative 8/4 para mapag-add natin or combine sila. So, therefore, y equals negative 5/4. So, ang answer natin, ang coordinates nung point that divides the line segment, okay, as mentioned dun sa ating problem, ay negative 3, negative 3/4 and negative 5/4. So, balik tayo sa problem natin kanina. The correct answer here is letter C. Okay? Karagdagan, merong mga problems na kagaya nito. So, halimbawa, a line segment joins the endpoints 1, 2, and 10, 8. No? Divide it into 4 equal parts and find the 3 points of division. So, usually, pagka ganyan yung problem, pakita natin yung pinaka-graph niya. So, ito yung pinaka-graph. Ayan. So, i-divide daw natin ito into 4 equal parts. So, dahil 4 equal parts siya, yung points na ilalagay natin inside, no, or dito sa ating line segment ay 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Pagka ganyan, hindi na ako gumagamit actually ng formula ng division of line segment. Ang ginagawa ko na lang dyan is kinukuha ko yung midpoint nito. O, kukunin ko yung midpoint nito tsaka ito. So, ang midpoint nun ay 11 over 2 and 5. Pagkakuha ng midpoint na to, kukunin ko yung sagot ko na to tsaka ito, kukunan ko naman din ng midpoint para makuha ko yun. And doing that, the result will be this. So, ito naman siya. Then, ganun naman din dito sa kabila, midpoint nito at tsaka nito. So, we have, ayan. So, this will be the answer. So, hindi na ako gumagamit ng division of line segment formula pagka usually tatlo or add yung ilalagay ko doon na points doon sa aking line segment, given line segment. Okay? So I hope clear sa inyo. Punta tayo sa question number 5. Which of the following is the measure of angle A in the triangle whose vertices are A, 3, 3, B, negative 3, 1, and C, negative 1, 3. So, ito yung ating mga choices naka-degree, minute, and second notation. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is, pakita muna natin yung graph. So, plot natin yung mga points na given dun sa ating triangle. So, ito yung ating mga points. Ayan. So, we have A, ayan. Point A, point B, point C. So, naka-form tayo ng triangle. So dito, remember na ang rotation natin should be counterclockwise kasi nga kapag counterclockwise yung angle natin ay positive. So ito yung mga angles in counterclockwise rotation. Ayan. So dahil ang hinahanap natin dito is angle A, ang kailangan natin is makuha natin yung slope ng AB at saka yung slope ni AC. So, let the slope of AB be denoted as M sub 1. And let the slope of AC be denoted as M sub 2. So, kukunin natin yung mga slopes niyan gamit yung mga ordered pairs natin. And then, meron tayong gagamitin na formula para makuha yung angle between two lines. So, kopyahin natin yung figure natin kanina. So, ang kailangan natin na formula dyan is tangent A. Kasi yung angle A yung hinahanap natin is equal to M sub 2 minus M sub 1 all over 1 plus M sub 2 times M sub 1 times M sub 2. So, pag kinuha natin ang slope ng M sub 1 and M sub 2, so, ang computed values natin, ang M sub 1 natin ay 1/3, ang M sub 2 natin ay 3 over 2. So, paki-check na lang sa inyong scratch paper. So, isa-substitute lang natin ito dito sa ating formula. So, ang M sub 2 natin ay 3 halves. Ang M sub 1 natin ay 1/3. So, we have this expression na, So, we have 3 halves minus 1/3 all over 1 plus 3 halves times 1/3. So, sisimplify lang natin ito. So, itong nasa taas, dissimilar fractions, pwede natin siyang gawing similar. Ang LCD ng mga fractions ay 6. And then, ito na mga part na to, pwede na natin siyang i-times, So, dito, 2 at 3, ang LCD niya ay 6, So, 6 divided by 2 is 3, times 3 is 9, kaya nakuha yon. 6 divided by 3 is 2, times 1, that is equal to 2. And then dito, pag tinimes mo to, cancel si 3, cancel si 3. Kaya 1 over 2 yung magiging resulting fraction dito. So, 9 over 6 minus 2 over 6, that's equal to 7 over 6 over 3 halves. Ito ay division of fractions, so, pagka nag-divide tayo, di ba, tina-times natin ito ng reciprocal ng ating denominator. So, this expression is equal to 7 over 6 times the reciprocal of your divisor 3 halves, so that's equal to 2/3. So, pwedeng makancel, Ayan, pwedeng makancel itong si 2 at saka si 6. So, 2 at 6, ito magiging 3. Kaya, 7 times 1 is 7. Tapos, 3 times 3, that's equal to 9. So, ang tangent A value natin ay 7 over 9. So, ang hinahanap natin dito ay angle A. Tama. So, para makuha natin si angle A, so, angle A will be equal to arc tangent 7 over 9. So, ito, ipe-press nyo na to sa inyong calculator. Pag prines nyo to sa inyong calculator, decimal yung lalabas. Maaring decimal yung lalabas. So, pipindutin nyo lang yung degree, minute, second notation sa inyong calculator. Yung ganitong symbol, yung may ganyan. Ayan. Makikita nyo yun sa scientific calculator, so lalabas na to. So, ang answer natin ay 37 degrees, 52 minutes, and 29.94 seconds. Okay, so anong letter yon sa ating question? We have letter A. That is the correct answer. Punta tayo sa question 6. Find the area of the triangle with vertices A12, B46, and C63. So, ito yung ating mga choices. So, anong concept ang gagamitin natin dito para makuha natin yung area of the triangle? Actually, kung ipa-plot mo siya sa Cartesian plane, pakita natin yung pinaka plotting of points and the appearance of our triangle. Ito siya. Pwede dito, gumamit ka ng distance formula. Kunin mo yung distances nung mga points na to, no? Tapos, gumamit ka ng Hero's or Heron's formula. Pero dito, ang pwede natin gamitin na mas mabilis na strategy ay using yung concept ng determinants. So, kopyahin natin yung pinaka-graph ulit. Ang formula natin for solving the area of the triangle, nagagamit tayo ng concept ng determinant is this. So, we have 1/2 the determinant, no, of these entries ng ating matrix. So, ang x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, at x sub 3, y sub 3 mo dyan ay yung consecutive vertices ng ating triangle. Pero ang practice dito ay kailangan yung pag niname mo, dapat ay pa-counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. So, halimbawa, kung ang x sub 1, y sub 1 mo ay 1, 2, alin dapat ang iyong x sub 2, y sub 2? Dapat counterclockwise. Kaya, dito ka kay 60 na susunod. Tapos, ito naman si x sub 3, y sub 3. Kung ito ang x sub 1, y sub 1 mo, so pa-counterclockwise pa rin. Ito ang x sub 2, y sub 2. Ito ang x sub 3, y sub 3. So, dito, ito yung ginamit natin na x sub 1, y sub 2. Ito yung x sub 2, y sub 1, y sub 1 rather. Ito yung x sub 2, y sub 2. And then, ito yung x sub 3, y sub 3. So, sinubstitute lang natin dun sa ating pinaka formula. And then, isi-simplify natin ito. So, dito gagamit tayo ng shoelace method. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is kokopyahin natin yung entries ng first column at saka ng second column. Kokopyahin natin, paste natin dito. So, we have this. So, laging ganon, And then, mag-start na tayong mag-multiply. So, una muna, times natin itong mga numbers dito. So, 1 times 3 times 3, that's equal to 3. So, ito yung 3 na yon. Then, we have 2 times 1 times 4. Okay, that's equal to 8. So, dadagdag mo siya. And then, 1 times 6 times 6 is 36. So, plus 36 ka. Okay, next na gagawin natin is, okay, kukunin naman natin yung nandito. Yung product ng mga numbers dito sa may diagonal na to. So, you have 4 times 3 times 1. That's equal to 12. Ima-minus natin yan na. So, lagyan natin ng parenthesis. And the next, 6 times 1 times 1 is equal to 6. So, plus 6. And then, 1 times 6 times 2, that's equal to, ayan. So, ito yung magiging formula natin para ma-solve natin, or ma-evaluate natin yung determinants na to. So, again, ang gagawin natin is, times natin ito, tapos pagpa-plus-plusin, minus yung sum ng mga products dito sa may pataas. O, simplify na natin. So, 3 plus 8 plus 36 is 47. Tapos, 12 plus 6 plus 12, that's equal to 30. So, minus yon. Kaya, 47 minus 30, that's equal to 17. So, dito, kukunin natin lagi yung absolute value. So, yung absolute value ng 17 ay 17 times 1 half. Okay, ang area natin ay 7 halves, or pag dinivide natin, that's equal to 8.5 square units. So, our answer here is letter D, 8.5 square units. Now, let's proceed to question 7. Write the equation 2x plus 3y equals 5 in the slope-intercept form. So, ito yung ating mga choices. So, again, gagamit tayo ng tinatawag na slope-intercept form. Remember that the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. where m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. So, kopyahin natin yung ating pinaka-equation. Next na gagawin natin, dapat itatranspose natin si 2x doon sa ating right side. So, 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. So, kailangan y lang yun nandito. Kaya, divide both sides of the equation by 3. So, pag dinivide natin ng 3, makakancel yung 3 na to. Okay, ito madidivide ng 3. So, kailangan ay paghihiwalayin natin ito, no? So, negative 2 over 3 is negative 2/3. Positive 5 over 3 positive 5 over 3, that's equal to plus 5 over 3. So, this is now the slope-intercept form. So, the answer is y equals negative 2x over 3 plus 5 over 3. So, kung ang tinatanong natin ay slope at saka ang y-intercept, ang slope natin dyan ay negative 2/3, ang y-intercept naman natin ay 5 over 3. So, balik tayo dun sa ating question. Ano ulit yung answer natin dito? The correct answer is letter D, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5 over 3. Now, let's have question 8. Write the equation of the line in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0, passing through 2, 1, and has a slope of negative 2. So, ito yung ating mga choices. So, kopyahin natin yung given. So, ang hinahanap na form ng ating line ay ax plus by plus c equals 0. And the line passes through 2, 1, and ang slope natin ay negative 2. So, ang gawin natin, labelan muna natin to as your x sub 1 and y sub 1. Usually, pag equation of lines ang hinahanap, tapos binigay yung ordered pair, isa or dalawa, ang ginagamit na dyan is yung point slope form. So, the point slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times quantity x minus x sub 1. So, yan na yung gagamitin natin. Sa substitute mo lang itong x sub 1, y sub 1 dito at yung m doon kay formula. Doon sa formula na yan, yung negative 2. Substitute mo kay m. So, we have y minus 1 equals negative 2 times quantity x minus 2. So, distribute this. We have y minus 1 equals negative 2x plus 4. Okay? And then, kailangan, ang form niya ay ax plus by plus c. So, kailangan transpose natin itong terms na to doon sa left side of the equation. Thus, we have 2x plus y minus 1 minus 4 equals 0. So, negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. So, therefore, the answer is 2x plus y minus 5 equals 0. So, balik tayo dun sa ating question. Ano yung correct answer natin? The correct answer is letter C. 2x plus y minus 5 equals 0. Okay, question 9. Find the equation of the line in the form ax plus by equals c, passing through negative 1, 5, and 6, 2. So, ito yung ating mga given equations of lines. Ayan. So, sabi ko nga kanina, basta may ordered pair na binigay, usually ginagamit dyan is y, yung point slope form, which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times quantity x minus x sub 1. So, kunin natin mga given. So, meron tayong dalawang ordered pairs na binigay. Hinahanap yung equation of line in the form ax plus by equals c. So, labelan mo lang to as x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So, dito, kailangan makuha muna natin yung slope. Kasi point slope form di ba? Kailangan may point ka at saka may slope para makuha mo yung equation of line. So, get the slope using this formula. So, substitute lang natin yung mga values dito dun sa ating formula. We have m equals 2 minus 5 all over 6 minus negative 1. Kasi ito may negative, kaya double negatives ka dito. So, 2 minus 5 is 3. So, ito magiging 6 plus 1, so that's equal to 7. So, ang slope natin ay negative 3 over 7. Dahil may slope ka na, at meron ka ng x sub 1, y sub 1, pwede mo na siyang magamit. So, sa substitute lang natin dito, we now have y minus 5 equals negative 3 over 7 times quantity x minus negative 1. Kasi negative 1 yung ating x sub 1. Dito, kailangan ma-clear natin yung 7. To do that, para matanggal yung 7, kasi it's hard to work on fractions, we will multiply both sides of the equation by 7. And then yung negative minus 1, ginawa na nating positive 1. So, cancel ito, tsaka itong 7. So, ito distribute natin. 7 times y is 7y. 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Okay? Next, kailangan naka-equal sa c, kaya ang itatranspose lang natin dito ay si negative 3x dun sa left side at si negative 35 dun naman sa right. So we now have 3x plus 7y equals 35 minus 3. So 35 minus 3, that's equal to 32. So this is the equation of our line. So hanapin natin siya sa choices. 3x plus 7y equals 32. Ayan. So definitely ang sagot natin ay letter A, 3x plus 7y equals 32. Question number 10. Find the slope form, or the slope-intercept form rather, of the equation of line whose x-intercept and y-intercept are negative 4 and 5. So binigay naman dito x at saka y-intercept. Okay? So ito yung ating mga choices. So ang x-intercept ay negative 4, ang y-intercept ay 5. Actually, pwede mo tong kung ang x-intercept kasi ay negative 4, ang coordinates nun ay negative 4, 0. Kung ang y-intercept ay 5, ang coordinates naman nun ay 0, 5. So, pwedeng gumamit ka rin ng point slope form para yung ginawa natin kanina. Pero dito, ang gamitin natin is this form. Ayan. We have the intercept form of the equation of the line, x over a plus y over b equals 1. Where a is the x-intercept, b is the y-intercept. So, binigay na to, substitute mo na lang dun sa formula. We have x over negative 4 plus y over 5 equals 0. So, kailangan ma-clear natin yung mga fractions dito, no? Itong mawala dapat itong negative 4 at 5. So, ta-times natin sila ng kanilang LCD. So, ang LCD nila ay 20. So, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by 20. So, 20 times x all over negative 4, that's equal to negative 5x. 20 times positive y over 5, that's equal to positive 4y. 1 times 20 is 20. So, kailangan, ang form natin ay slope, yung y equals mx plus b. Okay? Or the slope-intercept form. So, ang gagawin natin is itatranspose natin si negative 5x dun sa right side. So, we have 4x equals 5x plus 20. So, divide both sides of the equation by 4. Cancel na si 4. So, magiging y equals 5 over 4x plus, kasi dito pwedeng divide si 20 at 4, that's equal to 5. So, this is the answer. Y equals 5 over 4x plus 5. So, nasan si 5 over 4x plus 5. Ayun, letter D is the correct answer. Clear? Okay, question 11. What is the slope of the line parallel to 3x minus 4y equals 4? So, ito yung ating mga choices. So, anong kailangang maalala kapag parallel lines yung given? Remember that parallel lines have equal or the same slope. So, ang hinahanap ay slope of the line parallel to 3x minus 4y equals 4. So, gawin natin, hanapin muna natin yung slope nito. So, kunin natin yung slope nito, i-rewrite natin siya sa slope-intercept form. So, lipat natin si 3x sa right. We have this. Divide both sides by negative 4. So, ito magiging positive. Ayan. So, ito magiging 3/4. Ito magiging negative 1. So, ito yung slope-intercept form niya. So, ang slope natin dyan ay 3 over 4. But ang tinatanong is yung slope ng line na parallel daw dito. Na parallel dito. So, parallel lines have the same slope. So, ibig sabihin, ayan, yung slope ng ating parallel line to the equation is equal to 3/4 also. Kasi nga, same sila ng steepness, ano? Okay? In addition, pag naman perpendicular lines, yung slopes ng mga lines ay negative reciprocals of one another. Halimbawa, 1/2 tsaka negative 2. 3/4 at tsaka negative 4 over 3. Negative 2/3 at tsaka 3/2. So, yun yung mga negative reciprocals. Clear? So, kung tinatanong, halimbawa, slope of the line parallel to this, ano yung magiging sagot natin? So, ano ang negative reciprocal ng 3 over 4? So, ang slope ng perpendicular line to this line is equal to negative 4 over 3. Clear? So, again, ano yung answer natin dito? So, ano daw yung slope of the line parallel to 3x minus 4y equals 4? Correct answer natin ay letter C, 3 over 4. Okay, proceed tayo sa question 12. Write the equation of the line in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0 that passes through negative 7, 2 and is parallel to 6x plus 2y equals 0. So, ito yung ating mga choices. Ayan. Actually, meron ditong dalawang solutions. Yung unang solution ay kukunin mo yung slope nito. Tapos, kukunin mo yung slope parallel to this, which is equal lang naman. Tapos, gagamitan mo siya ng point slope form together with this given point. Pero meron tayo ibang shortcut dito para makuha natin yung equation of the line that is parallel. So, kopyahin lang natin yung ating given. So, ito yung ating given. Ito yung required form. Ito yung point kung saan magdadaan yung line parallel to this. So, pag renaf natin to, ito yung itsura ng ating line. So, yung point na negative 7, 2. So, ito si line na 6x plus 2y equals 0. Si negative 7, 2, okay, somewhere andito siya. Yan. So, ang tinatanong dito is yung line parallel to this. So, ano daw yung equation of this line? Parang ganun yung ating problem. So, kopyahin natin yung figure. So, ang shortcut natin dito is, kasi pag parallel lines, same sila ng coefficients ng x at saka ng y. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito ang iyong first equation, you will have 6x plus 2y is equal to k. Kailangan makuha natin yung k kasi ang parallel lines nagkakaiba lang doon sa constant terms, no? Pagka under ka ng pag yung lines ay parallel, ayun. So, dito, isa-substitute mo lang itong negative 7 kay x at saka si 2 kay y. So, we have 6 times negative 7 plus 2 times 2 equals k. So, simplify lang natin ito. This is negative 42, this is 4. Negative 42 plus 4 is negative 38 equals k, or k equals negative 38. Therefore, ang sagot natin, kokopyahin natin ito, papalitan mo na si k. Ayan. So, this is our answer. However, kailangan ang required form ay naka-equal sa 0. So, lipat mo na lang to doon. So, the answer is 6x plus 2y plus 38 equals 0. Kaso nga lang dito, required class na kapag ka may common factor yung mga coefficients mo, pwede mo pa silang i-divide, no? So, dito ang common factor, GCF ng mga coefficients ay 2. So, pwede pa natin siyang i-reduce. So, magiging, ayan, 3x plus y plus 19 is equal to 0. So, asan si 3x plus y plus 19? Okay, so the correct answer is letter B in this problem. Now, proceed tayo kay number 13. Write the equation or write an equation of the line in the form ax plus by plus c that passes through 3, negative 1 and is perpendicular to 2x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So, ito yung ating mga choices, Ayan. So, kopyahin natin problem. So, yun yung ating problem. Graph muna natin, Pero sa let exam naman, hindi naman kailangan na all the times mag-graph ka. Kung kaya mo naman na solve na kagad nang hindi ka nag-graph kasi medyo time consuming pagka mag-graph, okay lang. Dito kaya ko lang siya i-gina-graph para pakita ko sa inyo yung pinaka-illustration ng ating problem. So, this is the graph of the line 2x minus y minus 3 equals 0. So, point 3, negative 1 is here. Ayan. So, ang tinatanong natin is the equation of the line na perpendicular dito na dadaan kay 3, negative 1. So, here is the missing equation of the line na hahanapin natin. Ayan. So, again, gaya nung nabanggit ko kanina, merong dalawang paraan para ma-solve itong ax plus by plus c equals 0. Pwede na kukunin mo yung slope nito, nung 2x minus y minus 3 equals 0, and then negative reciprocal. Yung sagot mo na yon, yung negative reciprocal, at saka itong point na to, substitute mo dun sa may point slope form. Pero pwede rin itong shortcut na to. So, kopyahin natin si 2x minus y minus 3 equals 0. So, yung point natin ay 3, negative 1. Okay? So, i-transpose muna natin si negative 3 dun sa right. We have 2x minus y equals 3. So, sa pagkuha ng perpendicular line, ang shortcut natin is this. Una, pagpapalitin natin yung coefficients ng x at saka ng y. So, ang coefficient mo dito 2, dito negative 1. So, interchange mo yung coefficients. Ayan. So, magiging negative x plus 2y. After that, papalitan mo yung sign na to. I-reverse mo yung sign nung y. So, dahil positive 2 ito, magiging negative 2 na siya. We have negative x minus 2y equals k. So, gaya nung ginawa natin para ma-solve si k, substitute mo na lang itong 3 negative 1 dito kay x at y. So, by substitution, we have negative 3 minus 2 minus 1 equals k. So, negative 2 times 1, that will become positive 2. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So, k equals negative 1. So, from here, substitute mo na to. So, ang equation natin ay negative x minus 2y equals negative 1. Kaya nga lang, sa board exam, kailangan ay usually positive dapat yung simula. So, we have to change this to positive. So, pag tinimes natin ito ng negative 1 o dinivide ng negative 1 yung ating equation, that would give us x plus 2y equals 1. Since yung equation natin ay in the form na naka-equate sa 0, so lipat mo na lang si 1 sa left. Okay, this is now the answer. We have x plus 2y minus 1 equals 0. So, hanapin natin si x plus 2y minus 1. So, x plus 2y minus 1. So, definitely that's letter B in our choices. Okay? Another. Question 14. Find the value of a so that the lines ax plus 3y equals 1 and 2x plus y equals 7 are perpendicular. So, parang medyo mahirap yung question, pero actually, ang i-apply mo lang dyan is yung concept na binanggit ko kanina that perpendicular lines have negative reciprocals, slopes that are negative reciprocals. So, ang binabanggit sa problem, si ax plus 3y equals 1 at saka si 2x plus y equals 7, perpendicular. So, ang gawin natin, kunin natin yung kanilang individual slopes. Unahin natin kay ax plus 3y equals 1. So, dating gawi, transpose si ax dun sa kabila, magiging ganito siya. So, para ma-solve natin yung slope, divide both sides of the equation by 3. So, that will become y equals negative a over 3x plus 1 over 3. So, ang slope dito, denoted by m sub 1 is equal to negative a over 3. So, ito yung kanyang slope, yung representation ng kanyang slope. Kunin din natin yung slope ni 2x plus y equals 7. So, rewrite natin in the slope-intercept form, we have y equals negative 2x plus 7. So, ang slope natin dito, denote natin as m sub 2, that's equal to negative 2. So, dahil, ang sabi ko kanina, ang slopes ng perpendicular lines ay negative reciprocals, so we can say that m sub 1 is equal to negative 1 over m sub 2. So, negative reciprocal ng m sub 1 is this. So, substitute mo lang siya dito para ma-solve yung a. So, si m sub 1 natin, that is negative a over 3. So, minus 1 over, ang m sub 2 natin, na solve natin ay negative 2, kaya ito siya. So, negative, tsaka negative, magiging positive. So, magiging negative a over 3 equals 1 half. And then, cross multiply tayo. No? Negative a times 2 is negative 2a. 1 times 3 is 3. So, divide both sides by negative 2. Okay, so the answer is negative 3 halves. So, therefore, the answer here is letter C. Negative 3 halves. Okay, punta tayo sa question 15. Find the coordinates of the intersection of the lines 2x plus y equals 10 and x minus y is equal to 2. So, ano daw yung coordinates ng intersection ng lines? Actually dito, maraming paraan para makuha ang intersection ng mga lines. Pwedeng mag-graphing ka, pwedeng mag-substitution, elimination, o pwede rin naman na gumamit ka ng concept ng matrices, ano? Pero pakita natin yung graph, although hindi naman to required. So, ito yung natin, ayan. So, ang hinahanap natin is yung point na to na xy. Sa graph, makikita mo kagad kung ano yung intersection nila. Kaso nga lang, ang limitation pagka-graph, paano kapag ka-fraction? So, medyo mahirap tansyahin dun sa may pinaka-graph. Kaya, ang kailangan natin dito is gumamit tayo ng algebraic method, particularly, pwedeng gumamit ng substitution o kaya elimination method. So, let's stick na lang kay elimination method. So, kopyahin natin si 2x plus y equals 10. Kopyahin natin si x minus y equals 2. So, dito, pili ka ng variable na kailangan or gusto mong i-eliminate. So, halimbawa, ako gusto ko eliminate ko si y. Kailangan magkaroon ka ng additive inverses dun sa ating mga coefficients. So, ito okay na. So, solve na natin siya as a system of linear equation in two variables. So, dahil opposites na to, pwede na tayong mag-add na lang ng both sides of the equation. Mag-add na lang ng two given equations. Ayan. So, pag in-add natin to, makakancel to, right? So, magiging 2x plus x is 3x. 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. Paki-erase na lang itong parenthesis na to. Solve natin si x by dividing both sides by 3. So, x equals 4. Okay, para ma-solve natin yung y, gagamit tayo ng either this equation or this equation. So, halimbawa, itong equation pinili ko, x minus y is equal to 2. So, sasubstitute mo lang si 4 dun kay x. So, you have 4 minus y equals 2. Lipat si 4 sa kabila. Ayan. So, we have 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So, y now is equal to 2. So, ang intersection natin ay 4 at saka 2. Sa graphing, makikita mo dito. So, tama naman yung graph natin. Very accurate. 4, 2 talaga yung intersection nila. However, pagka medyo kailangan ng mas mabilis na paraan, stick ka sa algebraic method rather than graphing. So, ang answer natin here is, okay, of course, that is letter C, 4 over 2. So, that ends our session 1 or part 1 ng ating let review for analytic geometry. So, meron pa tayong kasunod pa ng mga videos ng mga sumusunod na topics. And that ends this video tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!